first, I want to start out by reminding everyone, please leave a comment, and I'm going to share the sample that I'm making tonight with someone who leaves a comment. I will use a random selector and choose someone. So this is the card that I made last year for Christmas, and did this at my Stamp-A-Stack last year, and I just love this card. It's fresh, it's happy, it's very South Pacific, as in the colors, aren't too wintry. And so I wanted to remake that I decided I would use the Christmas Gleaming and the 2 ornament punches. Now, this sample is made with the Perfectly Plaid and the tree punch. And I think it's fantastic when you can make Christmas cards with punches, because often you're making quite a few. So I wanted to stick to using the punches. So I thought I'll remake it up. And you all today, I asked if you wanted another rainbow version or an ombre, and I would have chosen rainbow, but I'm learning when I'm asking people things that pretty much I never would pick the thing that everyone else would pick. So that's actually a good lesson for me. And I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to show you a finished one that I'm going to make, but stick around to the end because I'm going to show you another version that I like even better. So we'll see what you think. Now, it took me a little bit to find 5 colors that I thought looked good all together. So I chose Pretty Peacock, Just Jade, because I think that everyone here loves Just Jade the best. And actually Coastal Cabana, which is maybe one that would be surprising, Mint Macaron, and Pool Party. And I thought these were all kind of greeny blues or bluey greens, and they went pretty nicely together. So I'll put that up here in the corner. So you're going to have your standard size white card base. I go through so much thick white cardstock. I think that I keep the South Pacific warehouse in low inventory at all times. And then I have a piece of, I chose Pool Party, but you could choose any of those colors to bring out. I chose Pool Party, and that you'll just cut slightly smaller than your card base. So in the South Pacific, I cut it to 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. And then I have a piece of Whisper White that's just slightly smaller than that. So that would be 5 1/2 by 3 3/4 inches. And I went ahead and embossed that with the snowflake folder. And I know that we're not really a snowflake nation here in New Zealand, but I do think snowflakes are quite pretty. And I believe that most people here are pretty accepting of having them on things just as a kind of a lacy, pretty element, but not so much as a snow theme. And then I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. Dimensionals is the other thing that we go through lots and lots of. Okay, I did a very strange job of that, but it will work. And then we're going to put that on our card front. So we're just getting our base ready. So this right here, just as a side tip, is kind of like my standard start of any kind of quick card. So if you're stuck for getting a card started, if you just kind of get it that far, then you can just put some embellishments on the front. And these are the sizes that I cut all the time, like every other card. And then I have already heat embossed these, but I'm actually just going to quickly show you how to heat emboss, just in case anyone on here is not familiar with that. So you just take your cardstock, and I've just rubbed it with an Emboss Buddy, which we don't carry anymore, and that just takes the stickiness, wetness, fingerprints off. But to be honest, if you need one, I do still have, I think, 2 brand new ones. So you can just get in touch with me. Sorry, I'm talking and not talking about what I'm doing. I just stamped it with Versamark, the ornament. You probably can't really see much of that. And then we're going to put the white embossing powder on it. So you see how the embossing powder has kind of a little bit of stray marks. Well, the Emboss Buddy minimizes that. And then you're just going to heat that with a heat tool. And once you buy a heat tool, You kind of wonder how you crafted without it. It's fantastic. And I'm taking the appropriate ornament punch, and all our punches I recommend using upside down so you can see that it's there inside the shape, and then you just punch that out. So really quick and easy. You could just do a whole line of these all at once and pop them out, and it doesn't take long. Now, as far as arranging the ornaments, I first went, I might do that one differently. Do this one dark to light, just so we can see what we like better. And I've put dimensionals on the back here. I try and do all the like uninteresting jobs first. And then, so this is the pretty peacock one. And I really recommend that you do the one on this end and then do the one on this end. And then normally I would say do the one in the middle and then these two over top, but I want the one in the middle to, I think I'll put it like that, to be the top layer, because they're going to overlap a little bit. And then you can do them all in a straight line. I'm just going to move them up and down just a tiny bit. Okay, and then that one I'll go back up. So see, they're just very slightly out of, not in a line. So you can decide which one you like better. This one where I did dark, medium, light, or this one dark to light. I think either looks good, but what do you think? Then in this stamp set, the Christmas Gleaming stamp set, there's this great stamp that it's the reverse. So you can stamp it in your color and you'll get that look like you've white embossed it onto colored cardstock. So really easy. And because it's rectangular, it's very quick and easy to just whip it out with your scissors. And these little pieces that I'm stamped on here are the offcuts from cutting out these mats. So I'm not wasting anything at all. And put that down here in the corner, and I like it to overlap just a little bit like that. Then on the trees, Marianne says dark to light. I think I preferred that one, but I do think either one looks good. Oh, there it is. Now with the trees, there isn't really a place for ribbon and things, but I felt like the ornament, you kind of expect there to be a little bit of a twine or something that it's hanging on. So I'm taking a bit of my linen thread and just going to tie it around the middle one. You could do all 5, but then I think it would not qualify as a quick card. But actually, twine is pretty easy to tie, like that. Okay, and then we're going to put some rhinestones on there. And I did get everything ready, but everything seems to have run away. There we go. All right, and I'm going to put them, I think I'll go here, and I kind of want it to be symmetrical, but you can do them just sort of like randomly as well, like that. And I think that's the front of our card done. Then inside our card, we're just going to do those same 2 mats. And I'm going to go ahead and put the pool party in. Now stick around because I'm going to show you. I just wanted to put a bow on it. You're right, actually. It was all done, and I just felt like it's just missing something. And it was. So I'm just going to stamp more of the words. Now, I'm the one who doesn't put my stickers on the back, so I can't be mad that I can't figure out which way it goes. But there we go. We'll go that way. And then I'm going to use the Just Jade. That was Pool Party, by the way. And I chose Just Jade only because it seems to be everyone's favorite color. We'll just put that in there and close that up. And then we'll add that to the inside of our card. And I apologize, my hands are so inky, but I guess that's just a hazard of this particular job. Okay. Christine likes the first one, the rainbow one. I want to show you another thing though. A pack of papers in the catalog called, Artistry Blooms. And in my opinion, one side of the papers are quite loud. But the other sides are these gorgeous kind of watercolory ombre papers. So after I had done this, which I do think is beautiful, and they do have green ones, I just happen to have used all the green ones for something else. I thought, well, what if instead of doing this on various colors of cardstock, we did that actually on the paper? So I chose to use, let me find it again, this paper here. So not really your traditional Christmas colors, but I thought the purples and things would be nice. So what do you think about this one in the purples? So all this is that sheet of paper, and I just stamped directly on that and cut them out with the punch, and then added the same twine but used the metallic one, and I stamped even on a sheet of that paper. And if you can tell from the video, even the mat I used out of this paper. So it's all this kind of watercolory ombre look. I just really think this one turned out really nice. And then I used a sponge dauber to ink up my stamp and got a few more colors in the sentiment as well. So let's see, I'll grab that other one again. This was the original, so you can decide out of those which one you like the best, or if you just like them all and want to do them all. I like the tree and the punch, and the ornaments are the punch. Great ones for if you have a lot of Christmas cards to do. And I think that's everything for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed that and that you get out your things and maybe have a little play tonight. And I'm always available if you have questions or want to chat.